everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Farida. Thank you for clicking on today's video. If you're new, welcome to my channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, a part of the family, thank you for coming back and stay tuned for today's video. So in today's video, from the title, you can already tell that I'll be talking about how I missed a first class honors by 1 mark. And if you've already seen my previous video where I opened my results, I got a 69%, which is just 1 mark short of a first class, which is really gotten. But anyways, I got a 69%. In today's video, I'm talking about how I missed a first class by 1 mark and what you should do to actually achieve a first class if you really want to achieve a first class. And I must also say that right from the first day I started uni, I was determined to get a first class. And I used to say to my friends that what on graduation day will be like, oh, Friday at the AMO with first class honors. But anyways, I finished uni now with a 69%, which is a 2-1, and that's just 1 mark short of a first class. It's not what I imagined, it's not what I hoped to get, but alhamdulillah, like all thanks to God for that. I'm sharing tips that you may find helpful if you also determined to get a first class, and I hope that it will help you. I feel like right through first year, second year and third year, I made some mistakes that if I did not make those mistakes, I would definitely have gotten a first class, and not just like get a first class on, and not just get like a 70%, I would have gotten like even higher than a 70%. First tip I will tell you is that like uni is a game. Like just like any game that you play, uni is a game, and once you know how to play the game, once you learn the rules of any game, your chances of actually succeeding at that game will be increased. And the same also applies to uni. Uni is very straightforward. Once you really understand how it works, once you really understand what is required of you, it's just gonna be like super easy. But obviously it won't be super easy if you don't know the rules, if you don't apply the rules, if you don't really understand how the game works, because like I said, it is a game. Once you know how to play the uni game, like you'll be like the best player ever, and you really find uni so enjoyable and so fun, and you probably want to go back again to do a master's or to do a PhD. Once you start uni, once you've mastered the rules, I should also tell you that you should improve your essay writing skills. The best way to improve your essay writing skills is to write mock essays and submit your mock essays to your lecturers. And at my university, for example, also have this thing called the feedback service, which allows you to submit your essay, and then they tell you like what you've done wrong or what needs to be done better in terms of the structure of your essay. So you should also use these services if they're available at your university. Speak to your peers. You should also rub minds with your colleagues and share ideas about, okay, this is how I've done this mock essay, this is what I go, like what do you think I should have done better? Did you also do the mock essay? Like what did you do better in your own essay? By learning from other people, by practicing how to write essays, getting feedback on your essays, rubbing minds with your peers, it just makes it easier for you to actually get very high grades when you do the real thing, when you do the real essay. It actually counts towards your degree. Another useful tip is to learn how to reference, and this is very, very important, because when I started uni, I didn't really know how to reference, like not even really, I did not know how to reference. And then when I did my first essay, I thought I knew how to do it, because I mean I spoke to someone from my university and they showed me this is how to do it. But then when I got my first essay, the lecturer was like literally like, what have you done? Like this is rubbish. But anyways, I didn't get a high mark on that essay. I think I got a 58, and a 58 is a 2-2. My very first coursework essay where I had to like reference, I got a 58. My first essay, which was an exam, I got like 78 or so, or 72, and that was like the highest mark. But anyways, the point is that you should know how to reference. And at my university we use Oscola and Harvard, and because I did law with international relations, for law it was a mixture of Oscola. Well, for law it's usually Oscola, but some lecturers allow you to use Harvard. But for my international relations aspect, it was Harvard referencing all through. You should know the referencing style that you are supposed to use, and you should definitely master that very well, because what really differentiates a 2-2 from a 2-1 and a first can be the way you reference your work. You should also say that apart from knowing how to reference, when you write your essays, you should also use a wide range of sources. And when I mean a wide range of sources, I mean you should use books, articles, journals, like academic sources. Don't just go online and use like websites and go on Wikipedia, for example, and just like use something off of Wikipedia, because that is not showing that you're a good student. Because I mean, you've gone to lectures and seminars. They want you to actually know that you've actually gone to studied books that have been written by other academics, and you've actually used that in your essay, not just going online and using law teacher, for example, if you're a law student, or going onto Wikipedia and using something from Wikipedia, because once you do that, they can easily tell that this is where you've got your information from. Because I mean, when you submit your work on Turnitin, it shows the sources of your information, and I mean you don't want to do that, because if you use Wikipedia or you use like online sources that are not like verified or not like recognized by academics, or or not allowed by your lecturers and stuff, it just means that you get like very low marks. Even if you feel like you've put in a lot of effort, you like scored the internet and like found like a lot of information, but if these sources are not the valid sources, if these sources are not the acceptable sources, it just makes your work like nothing basically. Like if you go on Wikipedia and you find like the best information to answer your question and the only source you've used is Wikipedia, I'm really sorry, your mark will be like nothing basically. The next thing that I will say is that you should learn time management and work with deadlines. At my uni, for example, coursework essays are usually released like more than a month before the deadline, and then you feel tempted to like, or you feel like, oh, I've got a lot of time, like I can do it, like I can start doing it a week before the deadline. If you leave your work until the last minute, you may not be able to put in the best work. Some people are able to like start their work like 24 hours before the deadline and like still submit the best work ever. But you should also know yourself, know what works for you, and if working 24 hours before the deadline doesn't work for you, don't do that. Like make sure that once your essay questions are released, you start like immediately. Don't wait until the deadline. Don't wait until like 1 hour before the deadline. Obviously you can't do that, but don't wait until like the last minute before you start your essays. Because I mean, for me personally, some of the mistakes I made was that I would like start my essay like really late. I would like start very early and just like little bits instead of me just like actually focusing on doing it once and for all. Because if you've done the reading and you just sit with it like once and for all, so you spend like maximum 1 week on it and then you don't. So like spending like 30 minutes on one day, 5 minutes on one day, 5 minutes on another day, and it's just like you're just wasting time basically. It's something you can do like in a short period of time. You're spending so much on it. The next tip that is really important is that you study every day. And this is very important because even if you start your work like really late, for example, if you start your work like say 1 week before the deadline and you've actually not done any reading whatsoever, it's gonna make it even more difficult. But if you're someone that usually studies, if you're someone that studies every single day, like after every lecture and after every seminar, you study what was taught, you answer more questions, you submit more questions, you get feedback on your work. When you start writing your essays, it just makes it like super easy. But then if you didn't used to study every day, if you don't even know what's going on with the course, basically you just like attending lectures, and then after lectures and seminars, that's it, you don't even know what's going on. When you attend lectures and seminars, you don't prepare anything. When you attend seminars, you can't contribute because you've not done the reading. And so like at university in the UK, it is very, very important that you do the reading every single time. You actually like stay up to date with what is being taught, because once you like miss what is being taught, once you don't study every day, once you start lagging behind, it just makes it more difficult to actually pass in flying colors. All of my work at university was submitted on time, apart from one coursework, which was the criminal law coursework. And it's really weird how I actually missed a deadline for that one, because I finished the work, all my work was already done, and it was during COVID, and I was just like on my bed trying to like listen to what I read. Like I just sort of like the way you can sort of set the computer to read your work to you. I was laying on my bed, the computer was reading the work to me. I was like, oh, this sounds super cool, like I'm gonna get a very high mark, like I've done a lot of work, I've done this so well. And what really happened was that I literally slept off. Like as I was listening to my work, I slept off, and I woke up 1 hour after the deadline. I was like, what is going on? Like I was so scared. So I literally messaged the lecturer and sent an email to the lecturer and said, oh, I'm so sorry, like I literally slept off, like my work was already done, like I'm so sorry. But anyways, at my university you can submit your work like 24 hours late. Like if you submit your work 24 hours late, 5 marks will be taken away. But anyways, I submitted my work like once I woke up, and I sent an email to the lecturer. She responded like immediately. So she said, just submit your work. I actually went online and submitted. But anyways, it was still late because I mean I was 1 hour late. So I got 70% on that coursework, and 5 marks was taken away. So I got 65 instead of 70. I could have literally gotten 70%, and I feel like if I got 70 on that coursework, if 5 marks was not taken away, I could have easily gotten 70% overall, which would make for a first class. But anyways, that's fine, because I mean that's something that will forever take me to like always work to deadlines, never leave my work until the last minute, like never like stay on my bed and just like allow the computer to read my work to me and like listen to the soothing voice of the computer and just sleep off. So I would never do that. I will never forget that. 70% for that coursework, giving me the 1 mark I needed to get a first class. My equity module coursework, actually we had 2 questions to answer, and I got a I first class and a 2-2. I felt like if I got I first class in 2 of the questions, I would have easily also gotten a first class if I knew how to reference all through my time at university. A lot of the times I got 58 and 58, and I got like 64 and and the lecturers were complaining about my referencing. If I did all of those coursework better, if I knew how to reference, if I used a wide range of sources in my coursework, it would have made a difference between getting a first class and a 2-1. But anyways, alhamdulillah, like I said, and I hope you guys don't also make the same mistakes when you start university. If you've already started university, or if you'll be starting soon, make sure that you make use of this tips in your journey. Throughout my time at university, I got a wide range of results. Like some of my coursework were like I first class, I 2-1s, 2-2s. I got a third class at some point. I'm not gonna lie. So it was like a mix of like different grades, because I mean every coursework was a time to actually improve on my grades. So if you start uni and you get like a third class, it doesn't mean that, oh, that's it, like I'm gonna fail the rest of uni. It just means that now that you've made that mistake, you should work on the mistakes that you've made and actually make it better the next time you submit another work. If you'd like to see my best and worst essays, let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to do a video on that. Anyways, I finished university with a 69%, which is 1 mark short of a first class, but I'm still happy with that. I put in a lot of effort into it and I was able to get a first class, but that didn't happen. I'm still grateful for the grade I got. Like, I'm still happy that I got a 2-1. So anyways, I finished university with a 2-1, a I2-1 with 69%. And I've got a lot of work experience that I've gained throughout my time at university, which I hope will also help me in my career plans, in my career journey. And anyways, thank you for watching today's video. I hope that whenever you start uni, if you'll be starting uni soon or if you've already started, I hope your journey runs very smoothly. I hope you enjoy your time at university and you finish with the very best grades that you aim for. And if you fall slightly short of the grades that you aim for, like that's not the end of the world. Like I aim for a first class and I got a 2-1. I'm happy with that. It could have been better, but anyways, alhamdulillah. And thank you for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and stay tuned for more videos. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.